This experience was amazing. You should do it because it's intense. That's how this experience is. It's intense.
Do you have a bad memory? Do you have a really bad memory? Is it so bad that sometimes you feel like scolding it? Well, guess what? You are not alone. But what if I told you that it's not your memory that's really bad? It's simply that you've never been taught how to operate it properly. It's like this. Say your grandma is looking at her smartphone and says, "This smartphone isn't so smart. It doesn't even work right." You know that it's probably not the phone. But can you teach her how to use it correctly? That's where I come in. When I come to your school, I am going to teach you how to operate your memory with ninja-like precision. If I can show you today how to double the number that you got right, or even triple the number that you got right, how could that be useful in your life? Especially now that you're in school. Double your memory? Triple your memory? Those are some pretty big claims. I haven't introduced myself. My name is Douglas Benjamin, and since the mid-1980s, I have been involved with education and curriculum development. And in the last 3 years alone, I have individually worked with over 10,000 students and Fortune 500 business leaders from colleges and corporations all over the country. We're talking colleges like Texas A&M, UConn, the University of Florida, Penn State, corporations like Disney, Universal, Warner Brothers, the NFL Players Association, Wells Fargo, Toyota, the list goes on and on. I'm not saying this to impress you. I'm saying this to impress upon you. Everybody wants to improve. You are not alone.
Okay, I went from remembering just one thing to remembering about 15 things, and I thought that was awesome because when I first started, I had no connections with the items, but then he showed me how I could build connections, and that also made me think about other things I need to remember, and it kind of related to some things I did with Frail models and VIS charts to help students remember things. So I felt it was very effective, and I hope that my students took the information and will use it in their efforts of studying. So I thought it was an awesome presentation.
Imagine if you were better at remembering people's names. And how about the crazy passwords that websites make you use? What if you could remember directions better, or people's birthdays? How about those PIN numbers? And what about all that crazy information you need for school? Science facts, math formulas, spelling, heck, even foreign languages. Did you know that neuroscience has proven 100% of your life experiences are safely stored in your memory? It's just that those memories are locked away with a secret code. When I come to your school, I am going to teach you those secret codes. As a matter of fact, I'm going to train you how to create your own codes. How cool is that? Let me give you an example. Let's say I showed you 16 squares, and I asked you to take a moment to memorize which ones were colored in with the color blue and which ones were green. And then I took away the color, and I asked you to fill them back in. How many would you get correct? 50%? 75%? Maybe 10%? But what if I told you that there was a very simple code to filling in the color? In this instance, I used the 4-word phrase, live and let live. And I used the color blue to fill in every square with a vowel. The rest of them are automatically green. Now, if I took the color away and I asked you to fill them back in, how many would you get correct? Probably 100%. But wait, it gets even better. What if I showed you 25 squares? And this time I asked you to take a moment to memorize which ones were red and which ones were purple. And then Again, I took away the color and I asked you to fill them back in. A fascinating shift happens. Your heart rate doesn't go up quite so much. Why? Because you know that there's probably a simple code to filling it in. And you know what? You'd be right.
It was very informative, and I know I could definitely put some of this information into practice. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
I'm actually excited to start studying again and taking my next test. Am I crazy?
You gave the kids so many things that they can really use in the classes that I teach them. Every single one of your techniques was valuable. I really appreciate your coming.
What do you
Breathtaking.
Breathtaking?
I remember. More than what I expected.
My students are already asking for Doug to come back. They are really excited.
When I come to your school, I am going to teach you the most valuable memory codes. These are the ones that give you the most bang for your buck, so to speak. And these codes, they're not just good for education. They're fantastic for the workforce, your personal life, any area in your world that you wish to improve in for the rest of your life. These are lifetime skills. Check this out. Bring me to your school to train you and as many people as you can gather. If a majority of the students who attend the session and utilize the tactics given don't improve their memory and their grades, I will personally refund 110% of your money. That's how confident I am in my ability to teach you these skills and in your ability to learn them. Now that's memorable.
You guys should totally book him. He provides a great service. Intense.